Chris, what are three things you want people to know about Logic?
Well, we're a product configuration company. Our technology is called the Commerce Logic Engine, and we give our customers next level usability in the product. So things that they may have become accustomed to with product configurators waiting 3, 4, or 5 seconds for the page to update, we do that in milliseconds. So it's really a very different user experience. And the second thing is our technology also makes it very easy for them to syndicate the product configuration capabilities throughout their organization. So they can use it with Salesforce CPQ, they can put it in an e-commerce experience, they could put it on their corporate website. And then I would say the last thing is we also bring a next level form of usability with the tool. So, and that really pertains to administration. So it's a much easier product configuration tool to maintain. We've been doing this for a couple of decades, and this is a chance to do a second gen product. And one of the areas where we really invest a lot in our product is with administration and making it really easy to add tons of rules, tons of data, manage really complex relationships in the tool with essentially a Salesforce admin to do that.
Let me ask one more question here. So especially for the next 12 months, right? So where do you expect the product configuration and the e-commerce market to go?
Well, I think what we're seeing in the market, and this is partly driven by COVID, and I think you and I have talked about this perhaps before, but we're seeing a lot of transactions that would typically go through a CPQ tool with a direct rep, whether that rep works directly for the company or maybe through a channel participant. Those transactions are now going or starting to go through e-commerce engines and go direct. And because customers are saying, in these B2B buying companies, they're saying, why do I need to get involved with a rep? Why can't I put in my requirements, configure my product myself, see all the options, see the upsells, see the service plans I can buy with it, and go ahead and just complete that transaction? And so a lot of the cases where these product configurations will run through a CPQ tool as a transaction, we're seeing them go in through e-commerce engines. And we're even seeing some of our customers that we're just starting to engage with right now, they're buying us primarily for the e-commerce use case. And that really puts some interesting aspects in the technology where performance is a must-have, usability is a must-have. And then having a lot of dynamic options to hide and show things in the user experience is really critical.
And then one question which is important for every customer, obviously, is what are the most common benefits that your customers get from using your tool?
Well, we like to say sell more, sell faster, and maintain less. And so we're seeing that companies, because the configuration experience is so different and so dynamic, we're allowing them to sell more of their products. And also because the time investment it takes to actually complete a transaction is less. So there's a huge efficiency for that, as well as the average order size is getting bigger because companies are selling solutions, and that's much easier to do with a guided selling platform like Logic.io. And then also they're closing these transactions faster, particularly in cases where you can enable a self-service experience. Customers can find exactly what they need in these complex B2B transactions and buy it, then those transactions are naturally going to happen a lot faster. And then the last piece is the admin. So a lot of companies we work with, they're transitioning from an existing tool set to Logic.io. And we're seeing through that process that they can maintain their existing product definition with a lot less resources and actually add more products into the tool and do more advanced guided selling with their customers using the same administration folks, the same number of administrators that they've historically had.
Chris, thank you very much for making time for this video version today.
Thanks, Frank.